verse or phrase that makes Yahweh, Jesus, Christianity or the Bible look bad is always taken out of context. Or William Shakespeare, I put the lit in literature vintage shirt. So of course, they know a bad translation when they see one. Speaking of translations, I just saw a thing the other day that said, thou, was as informal as, y'all. Which if true means the KJV, which many translations are based on, related to, are about as serious as a Shakespeare play written by a hillbilly. Indeed, that does seem to be the steadfast rule. William Shakespeare, I put the lit in literature vintage shirt. Tank top, V-neck, ladies' tee for men and women's. V-neck, tank top. I can understand that for one or two examples. But paste this manifesto and that's a lot of translation errors. At that point, it's more marching than man. Twisted and evil. Regarding thou, not exactly. At one point in the evolution of English, it was the familiar form of address, contrasting to you, which was polite. Familiar and polite second-person pronouns still exist in a lot of European languages. People can't understand the William Shakespeare, I put the lit in literature vintage shirt. That's why he killed the shit out of people for not doing what he wants. And then killed himself to save us from him killing us because we can't understand him. And it is a better comparison than y'all, which is a dialect and technically plural, depending on who you talk to. Official William Shakespeare, I put the lit in literature vintage sweatshirt. Hoodie, sweatshirt, hoodie, then inspires the writers of the Bible to write in some obscure provincial languages, Hebrew and Aramaic, which Bible then needs to be roughly translated into hundreds of different languages in order to be understood. And honestly, shouldn't a good part of the New Testament be devoted to William Shakespeare, I put the lit in literature vintage shirt? If a precondition to get into heaven is to accept Jesus, and there were 2 continents on the other side of the world with millions of people being born. To be fair, some of this is up for interpretation because maybe a little off. Or a lot off. That's the translation of the books that weren't edited out. And that's another thing. God throws language into chaos because of the building of the Tower of Babel. Other products.